Shalom. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High. Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Akiam. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Bahasham Rakakwadash. All praises and glory is due, especially in the times that we're in. Right, and this is, if you can remember last year when you had that Ukrainian woman that was murdered on the train, Irina Zarzirutska by the Jake, right? The bugged out, Jake that was basically, as you could clearly see, possessed by demons, okay? And what happened was that, hey man, this dude ended up killing that Edomite looking woman, right? And this is a video going into some of that, going back to all the way, going back to last year. So the title of the video is Police Released Video of Irina Zerutska's Killer, the Carlos Brown Jr. body cam footage, right? And I was actually watching this video from another person, right? And he was going into how, basically showing you that, this dude was actually mentally insane. So him, killing that Edomite looking woman was not racially motivated, because if you remember, right, Esau was just trying to say that, well, the reason why this dude right here, this Jake right here, killed Irina Zerutska was because he wanted to kill that white woman. He was racially motivated because of how violent, Jake is naturally, right? Even though it was very clear that this dude had demons on him. And if you watch this video, man, you can clearly see that this Jake, he has demons on him, man. And this is the big thing, right, that I always usually go into when it comes to America and Babylon the Great. That, and of course, starting from the elder apostles on down, we the men of the Lord have been saying this, that you Babylonians, man, all you Babylonians, you got different demons on you, man. Demons, you got demons all over you, right? You are dealing with all kinds of demons, man, and hey, especially Jake, that's why you see Jake being always bug the hell out, okay? That's why you see that the people that come against this truth the most are the bug outs, right? Because the demons that are on them are basically reacting to this truth, and it's all messed up, man. But let's play the video so you can see exactly what I'm talking about.
Best way to explain it, you just tell me what's going on. My body got exposed to material. I need you guys to.
And you see the Jake that is talking right now is the actual killer, right? It's Carlos Brown Jr. Let's keep playing the video.
Investigate due to the fact that medic ain't got no test or scan to investigate.
And let me say this as well as a disclaimer, right? I'm not giving out any medical information or medical advice here. Just this video is being done for educational purposes, right? So let's keep playing the video.
When my body got exposed to. And I've been doing this for like 3 years now.
What'd your body get exposed to?
Huh?
What'd your body get exposed to?
You guys had to investigate the name of the material to fix my emergency.
What was it?
Huh?
What was it?
That's what I'm trying to give to you.
I don't want to get exposed to the material. What if it's on the paper?
No, it explains a little bit about the material to fix my emergency.
Well, what is it? What is your understanding of it?
It was authorized.
All right, let me stop it right there. So you heard what he said, right? That his body was exposed to a material, and he's basically trying to get, medical staff, the police, and any other form of emergency workers to try and take it out of him, right? So yeah, man, this dude had demons on him. That that's where that whole schizophrenia thing comes from, because he always has his terminologies and different classifications that he gives to these kind of things, but it is still basically demonic possession. Because let me get a quick preset. So let me get a quick preset, because that will be easy. It will be easier to explain using this preset right here. Let me use this one right here. Of my own belief, right? This is it. Right now, it's open. That should be a book of either Matthew in the New Testament. That's strange. And just try this one on Queen Spirit. Okay, yeah, see, this is the one I'm looking for right here. All right. So this is the book of Luke 9, verse 37. And it came to pass down the next day, when they were come down from the hill, much people met him. And behold, a man of the company cried out, saying, Master, I beseech thee, look upon my son, for he is mine only child. And lo, a spirit taketh him, and he suddenly crieth out, and teareth him that he foameth again, and bruising him hardly departed from him. And I besought thy disciples to cast him out, and they could not. Right, so basically the spirits, the demon got on him and started, making him foam at the mouth, making him, shake violently. Basically, your photosensitive epilepsy, or any form of epilepsy that basically, or any form of seizures. Let me say seizures. Let me not say epilepsy, because they never know whether it was actually that's photosensitive epilepsy, or was another form of epilepsy, but basically seizures, right? So this Jake came to Elijah Hawashai and showed Elijah Hawashai his child, and was speaking about how his child was having seizures, right? And that's basically what, the foaming at the mouth, right? The constant thrashing, and it happening at random times, right? So he was coming to healing from Elijah Hawashai, but the term that he used there was that a spirit taketh him, right? Because there are spirits that are basically made to, put diseases on people, right? Demons that are made to put quote unquote mental illnesses on people, or demons just make basically get on people and make them bugged out, right? And that's really um how a lot of these mental illnesses are. That's why the scriptures say, give me any plague, right? But a plague of the heart. Let me get that in the Apocrypha. Let's get that. Hold on, let me bring that out. Let me bring that out real quick. Let's see. Here it is. Ecclesiasticus 25, verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman. Right, and what the plague of the heart represents is, when those demons get on you and bug your mind out, because the word for heart in the Hebrew is la'ab, which means mind, okay? So he's talking about, the mental illnesses that, a lot of these mental illnesses are basically demons getting on you and bugging you out. And that's exactly what happened to the Carlos Brown as well, right? And that's why I'm going into this as well, because some of there are some demons that get on you jakes out here, man, and get on you people that are in the world, right? Even the scriptures tell you that these demons cannot depart unless it is through fasting and prayer, right? So let's keep going into it. Now Luke 9, verse 14. Okay, so let me hold on. Yeah, Luke 9, verse 14. And I besought thy disciples to cast him out, and they could not. And Jehoshaphat answering said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you and suffer you bring thy son hither? And as he was yet a coming, the devil threw him down and tear him. And Jehoshaphat rebuked the unclean spirit and healed the child and delivered him again to his father. Right, so Jehoshaphat, he basically cast out the demon, cleansed the demon, and the child was healed. No more of these epileptic episodes, right? But let's keep going into it. Now, Luke 9, verse 43. And they were all amazed at the mighty power of the Most High, Yahweh. But while they wondered, everyone at all things which Yahweh did, he said unto his disciples, Let these sayings. Okay, hold on. This is what I wanted to bring out, right? This is what I wanted to bring out. Let's see if I can get this picture real quick. Okay, it is Matthew the 17th chapter. This is right here. So now Matthew 17, and I'll start from verse 19. Then came the disciples to, and let me just say this as well, that this is the same story, right? So look at this. Matthew 17, verse 14. And when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man kneeling down to him and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is a lunatic and sore vexed. For oft times he falleth into the fire and oft into the water, right? And if you go into the etymology of the word lunatic, basically somebody that, basically goes back to, let's just go into it real quick. I forgot things, so that has to be ethnic. Sometimes Jake has gone into things like that. So let's get the etymology of the word lunatic. Lunatic. Well, it has something to do with the moon, right? Luna. So this is it right here. Lunatic. Affected with periodic insanity dependent on the changes of the moon. That's basically what the lunatic is going into. Moonstruck or moon sick, right? So, basically the man came, and what he came for was that he wanted Aloja Hawashai to heal his son from the illness that he had, right? And the illness was caused by an unclean spirit, which is why as soon as Aloja Hawashai cast out that unclean spirit, he became healed, okay? But I want to get another quick precept. I want to go down a little bit more and bring this out, okay? So let's get that real quick. Let me get that real quick. And so talking about the audio, that's just started playing out of nowhere. But yeah, let's jump down a little bit. So now, Matthew 17, verse 19. Then came the disciples to Yahushua apart and said, Why could not we cast him out? And Yahushua said unto them, Because of your unbelief, for verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting, right? And you have a lot of these demons, right, that are get on people, and the only way to take them out, man, is through prayer and fasting, and that's how you see that 2/3 of our people are basically just plagued by these demons, man. And these demons get on Jake and make them do all kinds of things, voices in my head, right, telling me things. That's demons right there, man. Those are demons right there. But because of Esau's normal science and his whole thing about science, that about science and all that, a lot of our people won't even think or even accept this saying right here. It's a hard saying for Jake to accept, but that's really what it is. And the thing is that, man, our people are under the curses, right? And our people are under heavy demonic spirits, okay? Like I said, that's something that Jake won't really be able to accept. But let me get this article as well, going into this exact same situation, right? From Carlos Brown. And look, man, even just reading the story, you already know that this Jake definitely had some heavy demons on him, right? To be able to do all this. And that's the demons, and those are demons, the same demons that compelled him to attack this woman and basically put her to death. And of course, it's and this is all based on if the story is actually true or not, because you still have some speculation on whether he actually killed that Ukrainian woman or not, right? Because it could just be a psyop, right? And you heard what he was saying, that there was a foreign object that was put into my body, and that could actually be true, because you never know with Esau, man. This devil could have actually put something in that dude's body and made it, and that thing would have made him, and that thing made him bug out, right? And he was doing everything he can to try to get that out of his body. You never know with these devils, these damn devils. This is Esau we're talking about. Right, so this is the article right here from iHeart.com, right? iHeartRadio.com. Ukrainian refugees killer could face death penalty by firing squad, by Jason Hall, October 6th, 2025. So this is the Carlos Brown, the Irina Zerutska, the same story over again. But let's move on to the main point right here. A criminal justice reform named in honor of Irina Zerutska, the Ukrainian refugee murdered on a North Carolina train earlier this year, was signed into law by the state's governor, raising the chances that her alleged killer, the Carlos Brown Jr., could face the death penalty by firing squad, the New York Post reports. Now, I just want to. This is even the main point. Okay, the main point is actually going into um this right here. This paragraph right here. Disturbing audio from Brown's phone conversation with his sister Tracy, who he previously assaulted during a biting incident in 2022, included him claiming that the material in his body, right? Because you heard him speaking to the police about a material in his body, right? The material in his body was responsible for killing Zarutska, not himself, right? So this dude clearly had, demons on him, and he clearly had a lot of things that were going on with him. Okay, so that is what caused him to attack this woman, right, and put her to death. Okay, so let's keep going into it. Not himself. 6 days after the murder took place, the Daily Mail reports, I hurt my hand stabbing her. I don't even know the lady. I never said not one word to the lady at all. That's scary, ain't it? Why would somebody stab somebody for no reason? De Carlos said on the audio. And let me also say this as well, that these quotes are alleged, okay? It's not actually, there's no evidence that he actually said all this. This is just all alleged. So let's keep going into it. Out of all people, why her? She's from Ukraine, she's from Russia, and they had a war going on against the United States. So I'm trying to understand, of all people, why her? Tracy asked. They just lashed out on her. That's what happened. Whoever was working the materials, they lashed out on her. That's all there is to it. Now they really got to investigate what my body was exposed to. Now they got to do an investigation as to who was the motive behind what happened. The Carlos responded, right? So he's still, sticking to his story of, something is in his body that is causing him to do this, right? And amen. That just shows you that, as the scripture says, and there are spirits out here. Right, there are spirits out here, man. Let's get that precept real quick. Right, there are spirits out here. Let's get that. That should be Ecclesiasticus 32, I believe. Okay, 39. There is spirits created for vengeance. Right, let's get that. So this, okay, yeah, it is right here. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Right. And the same way, they are spirits for vengeance. They are just spirits out there just to completely bug people out, right? Make them go, I want to say insane in the membrane, but you get the point, man. They'll completely bug them out, make them, lose their minds basically, and lash out in, insane ways, like you see the Carlos Brown did in this case, right? So yeah, let me end the video right here. Just wanted to go into this a little bit. So with that, just wanted to go into this a little bit, just to show you that, man, hey, spirits are out here, man. These demons are out here moving heavy in this kingdom, right? So be aware, because a lot of you jakes, you need to repent, man. You need to turn back to the Most High before the Most High, puts these spirits on you and bugs you out. So with that, once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Bahasham Rakakwadash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom. And through the Spirit, I hope you are calm and you are quiet, edified. Shalom.